Want to be a part of the revival? Get your exclusive merch now. Shop our online store and show your hometown spirit.
Hey guys, once again, my name's Brad Clay. I am the director and one of the executive producers of Cal's Hometown Revival. And hopefully you have come over here because you just watched our episode in Waxahachie, Texas. And as usual, I'm joined by the artiste, Calina, also known as Cal, and member of Blink 182.
Apparently you can't wear a flannel shirt and a hat where you look like you're a part of a punk rock band.
It's the beard, the
All
flat
the
bill.
small things.
I literally
that
just
better?
asked about the red version of this. I didn't know there was a green one.
There's
There's multicolors. I have all of the colors of green flannel.
Yeah, Adam just came here from Coos Bay, Oregon.
Yeah.
He's been chopping trees.
been lumberjacking, eh? Yeah.
Exactly.
You betcha.
You betcha. Waxahachie, first off, Waxahachie of season 1 is by far probably the largest community that we have. We filmed an episode in, but an incredibly historical rich community as well. Like the architecture of Waxahachie. Like I know when I think Waxahachie, I don't think architecture, but really it's incredible. Like there's these old Victorian houses. They call them gingerbread houses. Mm-hmm. Super cool. Super cool. Like you got to walk down a street where all these homes are built in the 1800s, early 1900s.
Yeah.
What was that like, Cal?
Yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, like, it's like straight out of a storybook. You know what I mean? Like, if anyone's familiar kind of with the Texas coast, like Galveston, it kind of has the same feel, right? Those old Victorian style houses where each one is unique, painted really in its own way. And in the downtown too, the courthouse is the same.
Yeah.
So it just has an overall feeling about it, you know, and there's just so much character and everything in those roads and streets in that area of Waxahachie.
For sure. And the people, you can tell, take a ton of pride in it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of pride in those homes because, number one, the restoration of them, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely beautiful homes. And so that was a really cool part of Waxahachie, something that really kind of stuck out to me. I know, like, I saw that and be like, my mom would have loved this. Like, she would have just been so drawn to that aspect of those cool Victorian multi-story homes. Like, it was really a cool part of it. And then Waxahachie is also known for its what are the trees? The
oak trees?
No, not oak trees. We talk about in the episode the flowers.
Oh, crepe myrtles.
Crepe myrtles.
Yeah.
And they were
Yeah.
while we were there, we were lucky enough to be there while they were just full on, like beautiful.
Yeah.
Right. There was crepe myrtles blooming everywhere, and they're scattered all throughout the town, which is something that they've put a lot of effort into. Making sure that was happening.
Even though Waxahachie is a little bit of like a bigger small town or a city, essentially, because of these sprawling oak trees, though, and you don't feel like you're in a city.
No, you really don't.
It's like pocketed. Like everything is very like, nestled in. And so they have these parks and these trails that go all through these like twisted oaks. There's rivers running through the town. Deep in the park kind of sits into a little bit of a valley, sort of like a slight one. And that's where they hold their music festivals and some of their historical buildings down there. It's a big deal. They have that every year. The Texas Country Reporter had their festival in downtown around the square the same way every year. And so they always are having these really cool, unique events. But when I tell you, it's just so beautiful there. They have tulip fields that bloom every year. They have done a great job of putting the crepe myrtles everywhere, and then just the parks.
You feel like, especially downtown on the square, you feel like you're in a Hallmark movie.
100%.
Does it not feel like it's a Hallmark movie?
It feels like I am walking into a greeting card.
It really does. Like if you were to handpick a Hallmark card, like especially like Christmas, because we were there Like part of the time we were there was during the holiday seasons.
Yeah, I was expecting to run into some attorney that was coming into town, and there was going to be a whole
He just moved back home.
He just starting over, and there was a whole romance, but it didn't happen.
It didn't happen for you? Yeah. Yeah, it just has that feel, though.
It felt very Christmas Story.
It felt very Christmas Story. Like, it felt very... It's just very picturesque. They're downtown, and around the square is extremely picturesque. It really, really is. And, just south of Dallas. And it really did have a very hallmark feel to it. And what was crazy is that obviously we do a ton of prep work, right? We do a ton of prep work where we go and try to find, like, what are cool places to eat? What are cool places to visit? What are cool places, the things to see and do and participate in the towns that we're going to. And so we're on location when we realized, and this was a failure of the team, me included, when we discover Meat Church.
I was like, I didn't know about Meat Church, but now I know about Meat Church.
You know why me and Adam know about Meat Church?
Because we like to eat food.
Because we're fat.
I can't cook, so that's
it's
why.
true. You can't, right? You can't cook, so it's not a like, you don't show up and they have the food prepared for you, so you don't. Yeah, it's go there to do making it yourself better. But we did discover Meat Church, which is a giant entity of social media. Like, they cook for the Dallas Cowboys. They do. I mean, it
is a thing.
It's
a
a
major thing. Like,
it's a thing. I just saw a guy that was wearing I have a buddy. I showed up and he said he had the Body by
Barbecue. Yeah,
Body by Barbecue.
Got my dad
Meat
that
Church.
shirt.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
And my buddy was wearing that. I saw my buddy wearing it. He had the Meat Church shirt on, and so that was pretty spontaneous. That portion of the show was completely not planned, of us actually going into Meat Church and filming. And they were kind enough to, like, on a whim, be like, sure, come hang out with us.
Come hang out. And it is a super cool place if you are a barbecue enthusiast like we are. It is a one-stop shop. And, like,
it really is.
The wall of seasonings, like, their merch is funny and cool, and, like, they've got all of the things that you see on their YouTube channel. Like, it's just a cool place.
It's a super cool place. So I know maybe for you that wasn't.
Well, I got excited because I was like, maybe we'll do the cooking, and they do cooking classes.
Right, and they were actually doing a cooking course, and they were like, hey, are you able to, and it just didn't fit our schedule,
right,
like with the whole crew, to be able to go and do that, but they were doing a cooking course for several hundred people.
I would love to learn, because a lot of times when I'm eating healthy for, like, training, it's like carnivore style. So I would love to learn how to cook meat really well, actually.
Yeah.
So
I would be willing to taste test all of said cooked meats for just for the future reference.
And this is a big deal because, Adam, your dad is a meat judge.
My dad is a KCBS certified master judge, which Kansas City Barbecue Society. It's a big deal. They go all over the country and they judge.
Sounds cultish.
Barbecue.
Sounds a little cultish.
Little culty.
I'm
Little
just
culty.
kidding.
Little food culty. Yeah. He's also a SCA steak cook-off competitions certified steak judge. It's like, my dad likes meat. He's also
what we're saying is
gout, not good combination, but yeah.
We know cooking barbecue. We know cooking meats. All right, that's our gig, and we were a little disappointed that we didn't realize that Meat Church was in Waxahachie until we were there. And it's right on the square. It's right downtown. Like, it's in the square, one of those old buildings that's kind of been revitalized.
Yeah.
Like, they moved in downtown, established themselves. Here, this, one of the larger, like, food YouTube channels in downtown Waxahachie. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And there were some other great places to eat in Waxahachie. We ate. One of the things that our crew always... What does the crew love about working?
They always say, we eat very well, and it's always just relaxed and easy.
And our crew is not... we have some very, very talented crew members. They have worked on... some small films with some other producers that maybe you've heard. I mean, obviously you guys know me and Adam, but they've worked with like Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that? Yeah.
Small time stuff. No big deal,
We've got like the new Twisters movie. Our crew worked on several of the guys on the crew worked there. They've worked on the TV show The Chosen, Killer of the Flower Moon. Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't know if you remember him from Titanic.
But did they have as much fun as they
Did they eat as well? Did they eat as well and have as much fun? They always say, those guys, our crew, we have an incredibly talented crew.
Yeah.
We really, really do. And we're blessed by that. And they enjoy working with us more than Steven Spielberg. I'm just kind of.
I mean, they didn't say that, but
they said it.
Yeah. I'm not saying.
Take that one to the bank.
Yeah, I'll take that to the bank. But we do try to take care of our crew, and we eat well. And one of the places we ate down on the square was a restaurant called Prime 115 or 115. I don't want
to.
Yeah. Fancy.
Felt like I shouldn't be there.
Felt like I needed shoes on, huh,
I
Cal?
did need shoes on, which was, I was reluctant, but, for the team, I took one for the team.
And they saw us come in, and they're like, we're going to sit these people upstairs.
We're gonna put you in the back.
And so we were in, but it was a cool because we actually had a window that overlooked the square, which was super, super cool. And so we got our whole crew there. We sit in, and I know I ordered a steak. Other people, and the food was, but we ordered an appetizer. No, it wasn't an appetizer. It was just a side. Who got the side of Brussels sprouts?
That waiter said.
The waiter said.
That's
our
right.
Brussels sprouts. And we're like, all right, Brussels
Like, you don't think about going to a restaurant.
I'm going to go enjoy me some good old-fashioned Brussels sprouts tonight. It's like I got a hankering that only Brussels sprouts will satisfy.
Listen, those were incredible.
Bomb.com.
Like a
Was
brown,
that not?
sugary.
They were so good. And I feel weird about saying these were these are the best Brussels sprouts I've ever had, and people are like, well, the bar is pretty low. No, they were incredible. Like, everybody ate the Brussels sprouts and walked away going, that was unbelievable. The steaks were good.
But that's not the shining star. We all know that wasn't the shining star.
Which is another food item that you don't think, I'm going to go to the restaurant and I'm going to order the what, Cal?
Listen, I don't get jealous of much stuff, but when they brought out the guy's beef stroganoff, I knew I had lost in the menu game. Like, I knew I chose wrong poorly that night.
And I don't think I've ever ordered beef stroganoff at a restaurant before.
But I literally was looking at it on the menu, and I was like,
sounds good.
But then, I knew that Heston was getting it, and I was like, he's sitting right next to me. And, if I won't be that upset if it's really good. He was like, you want a bite? I took a bite, and I went, I made such an error.
And we had a really good
I had a
steak.
ribeye.
We had a great
And I made an error.
Doesn't happen. The beef stroganoff at Prime 115 was unbelievable.
And it just looks so good, too. I don't know how to explain that, but it looks delicious.
It really did. It really did. So that was one of the things that stuck out to us, one of our favorite places that we ate there. But there's another place that we actually filmed in, and we filmed during the lunch rush hour.
Oh, my gosh.
It was packed.
Cindy's at the old Dove's Nest.
The Dove's
downtown.
Nest, which is this really cool kind of antique boutique, not antique, but boutique. I don't know, what would you even?
Oh, it was just like, kind of a
like
boutique-y home decor. Every, like the little, what are they called? When you have like the little booths, but they're not booths, like the little vignettes. There was little vignettes of different things from skincare, jewelry, bedding, clothes, like just a little, you could spend all day in there. But cute, very cute.
Right. And then she had a restaurant.
Oh my gosh. And I hadn't gotten to eat there when I was working.
Oh, okay.
So when we went to film there.
Yeah, when the crew came in with filming, we went and ate, and we all I think everybody ordered the special, which was like a chicken breast with a sauce on a bed of mashed potatoes.
So good.
Green beans. Just a very wholesome.
Just warm your soul.
Warm your soul. Food was awesome, but
pies. She had all the homemade pies.
They've got that glass case up front.
and like a turtle cheesecake with like the ice cream. Guys, like I said, sugar is my jam. And Cindy, like these are like made from scratch. All this stuff was made from scratch.
Right.
And I'm friends with Cindy on Facebook. So I see her, how she cooks for her like dinner parties at her house. That lady's fancy and she knows what she's doing, boy.
It was so good.
She knows what she's doing.
There's great food to be had in Waxahachie, Texas.
The dove nest was packed.
It was packed. No, it was. It really was. We kind of had to put our name in. Like, we're there filming, and they're like, it's going to be about 30 minutes. You know, I'm okay. You know, it was great, and it was packed. And anyway, so the downtown whole area, that square, because both of those are on the square.
Yeah.
Like, everything we've talked about so far has been right in around the square.
Yeah, we haven't even left, like, downtown yet. But what was crazy, like, with Waxahachie is, like, that I always think about is the number of murals that we were in while we were there. Like, that was the first multi-mural episode that we engaged in.
Yeah,
three. It was a lot.
3 murals, a lot going on.
And it was
Waxahachie.
popping from downtown out to the parks, which is, it's not that far away, but it's just a change of scene, a change of the, people walking around, and it was a lot back and
you
forth.
know what? One of my other favorite things happened downtown, and it was Adam's transmission on his vehicle going out downtown.
We don't talk about that.
You want to talk about it?
We don't talk about that. It's
so more behind the scenes. This is why we do this. Things you didn't know that happened. When we were filming at the Texas Theater, Adam pulled in. We left the hotel.
And it wasn't right. Like, from the hotel, I was like, something's not super right. And then right when we pulled in the parking spot, I remember saying to you, like, hey, something's not right with my car. The old Yukon XL is on the struggle bus. And then we tried to put it in reverse. And it was not going to go in reverse.
One.
The reverse was back at the hotel with the rest of the transmission.
The transmission went out. So I was not actually a part of, because I went into, hey, we got a vehicle, because the square's a busy place. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, a lot happening in downtown Waxahachie. Yeah. And so I went into trying to find a mechanic for Adam. And I have a buddy who's a pastor of a church.
The kid totally all worked out.
Just down the road, just a couple miles. I called him up and I said, dude, here's what's going on. And I didn't tell him where we were at. And I said, hey, we're down your way. My buddy, I'm trying to find the best, transmission guy who also, is going to, hopefully give us a good deal. And he's like, man, he goes, just a couple months ago, we had to replace the transmission on my wife's vehicle. And I did hours of research, and I found a guy in downtown Waxahachie, Texas.
No.
And I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, where's the vehicle at? And I go, downtown Waxahachie, Texas, right now. And he's like, oh, well, let me get you the guy's number. Literally, less than half a mile.
Yeah. I mean, we literally called, got the insurance out, got the tow truck there, and he was like, where do you want to take it? You're from Oklahoma. Oh, and I'm like, no. Here's the address. It's down here at this mechanic shop down here. Ended up working out super great. It was a good deal. The guy took care of us. He did a good job. And it provided an opportunity for me and my family to ride the train, the old Heartland Flyer, from Oklahoma City down to Dallas-Fort Worth. And then we took an Uber to Waxahachie and picked up the Suburban. We had just like a little fun getaway.
I never knew any of this.
You didn't get the follow-up of this?
No, nobody. Yeah. That's amazing.
That's how we went and picked it back up.
That's amazing.
Took everything. We took the train down. It was fun.
Well, that's so cool.
Isn't that a great story?
Yeah.
It's taking lemons, throwing them in your transmission, grinding them up, and then making lemonade. Very expensive lemonade.
Even though it's a good deal, it still is expensive.
It was expensive. It's a transmission. It's just
it is what it is.
Suck it up. That's what it is.
We have Big Al's bar in the Waxahachie, Kid Craddock's show. He's down there.
About that.
Salty Al balls, remember? Everybody had them some I don't know if it was salty balls, but it was Al's big balls.
They were very conveniently named. Very conveniently named. Yes.
Like a
I remember that, and I kind of forgot about eating.
I forgot about it too.
That was really good. That was a cool place.
Might have been our first place we stopped in when we first came into town.
I think it was.
It was pretty quick right into it. Yeah.
Because it's right there. I mean, once again, everything we've talked about is
we
square.
haven't even left the. We did eventually leave the square though.
We did leave the square. So this was,
So
like we
cool.
said, Adam mentioned, this was a 3 mural project.
Yeah.
Big project. A lot of stress on you.
Yeah.
And we talked about needing some stress relief.
And I'll say this too. The murals I do is pretty much me and maybe 1 or 2 crew every now and then, or 1 or 2 of my people who work with me. So it's a lot of work on me. Like, we don't show all of the work and all the stress that goes into these murals, but
I don't know. What are you talking about? It takes you like 3.5 hours.
I don't, this is like,
Honestly, when you say, sometimes I go places.
We're out there, like, I'm out there, like, slaving away in these murals.
So when you say, like, sometimes you show up and you rent a house, like, you legitimately can be in a place for how long?
I mean, I was in Midland. I lived in Midland 3 months when I did the library in downtown Midland. So most murals will probably be anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks is kind of like, the standard.
Average.
But Brady, I was there for months. I was there for a month and a half during Thanksgiving, during all, you know what I mean? Like in some of the murals, because they have more than one too.
Right.
But yeah, so it can vary, but for sure, sometimes it's easier just to rent like an Airbnb, because living out of a hotel for that long, not being able to eat what you want or go sit in a backyard after a long day is difficult. So yeah, like you guys are in and out, man. Y'all are in and out. You should get to see the highlights, and then y'all are gone. But they leave, and I'm over there like, I'm going back to work.
Back to
just me and my paint cans, but I have some people that help me for sure, but not a team. I don't have a team of people helping me with these murals.
Right. Yeah. No, you it's the Cal show.
Yes, it is.
It is very much so the Cal show. So you need a little bit of stress relief, and so we went to a very unique venue.
Yes.
In Waxahachie, and I actually found them through social media. And I was like, this is a stinking cool place.
Yeah.
The porch venue.
So cool.
Which, once again, we learned that you're not good at throwing a hatchet. No, it's not your thing.
It wasn't the thing.
You don't have, I mean, though you fight and you hit me often. And you do pack a punch.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Don't hit me. I don't like pain.
One thing that we didn't talk about in the Brady episode was that I was your sparring partner on the roof of that hotel.
Yeah, we were. You were. You held pads for me.
I did.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that was something.
Maybe we'll input that.
The old ghost was peeking through the window watching us spar. But we go to this porch venue. Not good at throwing axes. But they do a nighttime skeet shoot. The clays. It's like golf with a shotgun.
I had never shot a shotgun. So I am listen, I know you're like, she's not a country girl. I am a country girl. And we have, I've shot other guns. I've shot whatever, grew up hunting, spotlighting pigs, wild hogs and things like that with the guys. We'd go out, do that. But I was always the spotlight person. I was never really like the hunter person per se. I shot guns with you, shot rifles, pistols. I had never shot a shotgun, and I had never been skeet shooting before, and definitely not at night.
Right.
It was so cool.
Very unique venue, but so much fun.
Oh,
and
definitely.
And how quickly you picked it up.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I picked it up. I got lucky. I hit some things. But Brad, do you remember what you did to me with the gun and the shells?
Yeah, I do remember that.
I was kind of in on it a little bit too.
Adam, you don't like pain, huh?
Well, no, I don't. I do not like pain. It hurts me. Like when he came up to me and goes, "Hey, watch this. I got a 3-inch Magnum shell. I'm gonna put it in Cal's gun."
I mixed it in with just some regular, it's
like 2 3/4, yeah,
8s.
Just
we put in
rounds.
a Magnum, just a thumper.
Yeah.
Could you tell it? Could you tell the difference?
Yeah, just my shoulder was going. It's like trying to shoot an elephant or something.
Boom, that's fun. Bam! The second. Exactly, hammer down on you. But that was such a cool place. And, you know, I would even say it's not even a place that you would look at and go, oh, I have to do this just to go to shoot guns.
No,
right? Like, how would
no.
you see that venue being used?
So
'Cause Trevor's such a cool guy.
So cool. Such a cool guy. And his mom, it was him and his mom had kind of started the vision together on some land that they had. And they built this out. But, you know, I think it was his mom that was like, hey, like, everybody else that comes here wants to be able to enjoy the experience too. So you kind of feel like you're driving up to a little wonderland. You're out on the edge of town. It's kind of surrounded by some trees. You have these beautiful string lights that lead you in kind of down a pathway as you're getting to this big deck that they have built where the games are. But there's also all these fire pits in there. Like it encourages like bring your girl and bring some wine and enjoy with each other some conversation while the whoever, guys or girls, it doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, like, while everybody else is shooting, having fun.
Well, it's one of those is even if you wanted to come and shoot and then afterwards stick around.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like you're just showing up to shoot. Like, there's more there.
Yes.
There's more there.
Enjoy.
And if you can somehow make an axe stick in a board.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's for everybody. It's so fun. It reminds you kind of an experience of like Topgolf, but with like skeet shooting. You know, you all have your stall. You just haven't. It's just as much shooting as you want to do.
And it was another opportunity for all of our crew
to be involved.
To be involved.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like everybody on the crew, sound guys.
And he was a championship shooter.
Yeah, he was a high school state champion.
Yeah,
our sound guy was a high school state champion skeet shooter. Had no idea till we get there. Mm-hmm. And guess what? He was still good at it.
He's still pretty dang good at it.
Yeah, he was still pretty good at it.
Jordan, little Jordan.
Yeah,
first time. Pull. She was. I was like, I could tell she's got kids. She's got some aggression. She needs to get out.
Yeah,
that Jeremy did really good too.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun.
Everybody did pretty good.
It was a lot of fun for me. Waxahachie had one of the coolest downtown squares that we've been. I mean, we've already talked about that. There was so much going on there. There were so many cool things, so many things happening that you really could go down there and spend the entire time. Now, great places to eat, cool places to go shop. There was so much in the
great
square
festivals,
of Waxahachie.
Great festivals.
Yeah, they do a great job of that.
Just family friendly, just like the whole trails and very outdoorsy and kind of feel to it. You know, lots of people riding bikes, just active. It just is big trees everywhere. It's just, you want to be outside in Waxahachie.
For sure. Yeah. For sure. So we hope you enjoyed the Waxahachie episode and then also seeing a little bit of the behind the scenes of Waxahachie. Adam has a new transmission from Waxahachie as well. So all great things. And so anyway, we would love for you to follow us on social media. Cal's Hometown Revival. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. And we're on Facebook, and we'd also love for you not only to like this video, but subscribe to our YouTube channel. And hopefully you'll tune into the next one, and we'll see you then.
Come join the family and follow us on all of our social media. Roll it!
Strut your stuff!